Hey, it's Ashley from Westcott, and today we're going to be going over lighting your subject for green screen. One of the most important things you can do when compositing with green screen is making sure your subject actually matches the backdrop. Before I even start shooting, I look at the photo I want to put my subject in. The three things that I look for when compositing is light. What is it doing? How does it look? Angle of camera, and the mood and color of the photo. So for this shoot, we wanted to take a model car and actually make it look like it's realistic. Before I even started shooting, I sat down and analyzed the background I wanted to put it in. So the first thing I noticed was the main light source was the moon, so I knew I was going to want to put my light source high and above the car. Looking at the photo, I knew I was going to have to shoot the car at a low angle. One, to make it look bigger so it's not a toy car, and two, to match the angle of the beach. And lastly, I noticed the color and the mood of the photo. So I knew when I photographed it, I wanted more of a blue tone to kind of match the moonlit feel. Now that I analyzed my background, I can start setting up for the shot. I laid down a white board and covered it with sand. That way I gave my car some texture to sit in, so the wheels wouldn't be flat on the ground. So let's talk about gear for a moment. For this shoot, I wanted to use uLite constant lights, since I wanted to work in real time and actually see what I'm getting. I'm also using a Westcott X-Drop with the green screen fabric. This has a very small footprint since I'm working in a small area. So I placed my main light high up and angled it down. This is to simulate the moonlight. I also took the front diffusion cover off, this way to get more of a hard reflection on the car and create more texture. I noticed I wasn't getting a lot of detail on the hood of the car, so I brought in a little bit of fill light. Using the included remote, I dialed the power down to like 10%, that way it'd be a little bit of light and not overtake the main light. Finally, I brought in the background light and placed it under the table. I wanted to point it upward and feather it so it would light the green screen as evenly as possible. So after I got the shot, I brought it into post-processing where I combined the subject and the backdrop. Also, I decided to make the car look a little bit more realistic and also turned on the headlights and the taillights. So what really sells this composite to me is the overall blue hue of the photo. We actually achieved this in camera by placing tungsten caps in all of our lights except for our main light and also putting a camera in tungsten white balance. It gives our main light a blue hue, which really sells the photo and makes it a more believable composite. So I hope you guys found these compositing tips helpful, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching.